What's up, Cowboy Nation? Really appreciate you guys. Thank you all for tuning in. We view football as a process, never a situation where as you look at it that it's the end result. There's always somebody that's going to grow, develop. There's always somebody that's going to learn from the situations, whether it be experience. That's why you cannot can a person before they start, right? You got to give them time to develop, give them time to grow, give them time to learn the system, and give them time to study. Those are all process. Those are the fruits and labors of life. The more you study, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more you develop. And knowledge is power. You cannot create. Look, knowledge is already out there, right? Just hear me out, guys. I know a lot of people tend to forget that knowledge is power. And power cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred. So when you start talking about learning something and developing a skill set, there goes ways where you can develop just in life in general. Not just football, but everything you put into life. Two plus two is the same here as it relates to in China. Even if you go out of space a million trillion miles from here, it still be the same philosophy. You cannot change that number. Two plus two is four, right? So when we start looking at Kellen Moore, what was his background? Where did he come from? What did he learn? What was his whole mindset? When he was drafted or what have you, or not drafted, or whatever team he was picked up on back in the days, the Detroit Lions, and then he was picked up and he was playing on the Cowboys. And I recall one game that he threw for 400 yards against the Washington Redskins, and a lot of people were saying like, "Hey, this guy may can do something. He may have a little finesse, may have a little jazz under his skill sets." But neither here nor there. What I'm saying is collectively he might be the answer, Cowboy Nation. He just might be that one that we can look at and say to ourselves, man, he's bringing in a new philosophy. Although it's some of Scott Linehan, we can't say that everything that Scott Linehan did was trash. Every single thing. No, he did some good things. Can we agree with that? He did some good things. Not everything was bad. So what I'm looking at, Cowboy Nation, is that maybe Kellen Moore can extract all of the good things, right? Extract all of the good things and then pour upon the blessings that we can receive so that now that we can play at a level where's we consistent. I heard stories of Ezekiel Elliott saying that, hey, he listened to us. He listened to us. And he got the flow of the game. He understand what needed to be done. So that is mighty, in my opinion. That is something that we really need to think about, as well as the fact that the running back coach just came out this week and said that okay, Cowboy Nation, this Kellen Moore kid, he got a lot of energy. He bringing in a different point of view. He's bringing in some different thought tracks for us. He got that type of deal for us to be able to elevate this team on so many levels. And to me personally, Cowboy Nation, we like Jason Garrett. We like him. He's a likable guy. But as far as coaching and being a head coach, we have our reservations, right? So, and I'm not trying to throw Jason Garrett under the bus, but at least now we got somebody else that's in the ears of these players, opposed to a Jason Garrett, opposed to a Scott Linehan, and maybe we can see some new wrinkles. We can see some new things to get this thing going one way or another, Cowboy Nation, and that's what I like. I'm like hearing this news out here. Brian Brothers wrote the other day about the wide receiver core. There was a guy named Guyton that's on the team. He's turning heads, and a guy named Reggie Davis. So we're going to see if they can keep that same energy, because really there's no contact. This is just them running routes or what have you. But I want to know if these guys can keep that same energy when it get down to Oxnard, when it's time to put a little pressure on those guys, right? So from Sanjay Lyles and Brian Broaddus, they saying that those guys are the ones that stood out. And of course, this is still a baby week. People are just not getting sleep out their eyes, and people are just not figuring out how to get to the Star in Frisco and learning Dallas in general and trying to settle in. So we got to give them a little time. But at the end of the day, guys, you already know. You guys know this right now. Is that this right here, football, is a zero excuse business. No excuse business. But right now, baby, when I say that you win the Super Bowl during the off season, this is where you win it. Your hard work, your love, your dedications, and staying out of trouble, and keep your strong adulations towards winning. And that's all that matters. Silver and Blue Nation all day, every day, even twice on Sunday. Let's get this thing back going, Cowboy Nation. Really appreciate each and every last one of you all. Thank you all for following. Thank you guys for tuning in to the nation. Really do. Don't forget to hit that like button. Share this content. Let a friend, neighbor, foe know where to go. Also, in the description box, there's Cowboys Experience. I would love to see you guys this year at the game. We going to have some good things out there for you all as we work together, grind together, and grow together. But I really want to see us shine together. I really want to see you guys at the game if possible. If you're in the Dallas metro area, if you're in Texas in general, come on, drive down here to Big D. We're going to have to be live out this thing. Let people know that we the best, Cowboy Nation. Let's continue to grow, baby. Yes. Appreciate you guys. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. One love, baby.